Hey guys!
We get to clean up a little bit. Before you ask, yes, we did text the seller yesterday and get permission. We just told him that we wanted to kind of clean up the driveway and maybe clean up some of the space back by the barn, the coop. And he said we're good to go. So we're going to show you what we're going to do, and then we're going to get down there and start doing it.
So today we're just going to show you a little bit of our cleanup and us just kind of getting started on things.
Yeah, we actually get to work on it. Super stoked.
Can't wait to get out there with my loppers.
Yeah, Shannon's been excited. We got her some loppers a few weeks back, and you know, at home we have absolutely no use for them. There's nothing we can do. So we wanted to wait and make sure that either we secured the land or we got permission from the owner, because obviously we don't want to do anything that would hinder the sale. And you don't want to go cutting on strangers' property, because that's just not nice.
It's not our property.
Maybe a little illegal too, I don't know.
But we have permission.
We do.
So we're going to start some cleanup.
You can probably see behind me there a little bit, kind of what the driveway looks like. And some of these weeds coming up here are every bit of 4 or 5 feet tall.
Some of them are as tall as I am.
She's a monster.
I'm like a whole whopping 5'5"-ish.
Nah, you round up to about 6'5".
Maybe for you.
Check out that spider.
Oh my goodness.
Can you guys see that spider? He's just chilling. Whoo, baby. At home, those guys usually tear down their webs during the day and rebuild it every night, but he may have slept in a little bit today, I don't know. He's squirming a little bit now that he hears me. What's the weather like, Shannon?
It's a little warm. It's nice and sunny, but it's a little warm now. It's probably 75 degrees.
Could be a whole lot worse. We've had 100 degrees for months, so it's a little muggy, I think. I think, with the sun coming through and got some of the humidity up.
It's better than it has been. It's warm. It's nice, but it's good.
Yeah, I think it's great for what we're doing. I am definitely going to be sweaty here in about a minute, so you guys will get to see a nice sweaty shirt for the rest of the video.
Yeah, I won't be far behind you.
Yeah.
The nice thing is, because everything is kind of grown up over the driveway, we are going to be in the shade for a lot of that cleanup stuff. So when you first pull on the property and come down the driveway, it's all open and that's very sunny right now. The actual driveway part is pretty shaded, so it won't be that bad. It already looks so much better. It already looks so much better.
It does. Should have seen some of those dinosaur spiders that were crawling out of that.
Ooh, yuck.
I didn't kill them though. This is where they belong.
Good.
Yeah. This is a really proud moment. This is actually the first time she's ever run my weed eater, because at home, I always do all the mowing and the weed eating, and I always promised her she'd never have to. But I got done with my part, and she looked at me, she's like, hey, I'll run it. Heck yeah. So it is a gorgeous night out here, as you can probably see, and it's already starting to look a whole lot better. So, oh, I'm being summoned. I'll be back.
I can hold it here and pull.
Yeah.
Can I do it while it's on the ground?
Yep. Yes. You what?
When I'm standing here, I realized I only have string coming out of one side.
Shoot.
I think I broke it.
That's all right. I might have just run out of string.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. You gonna restring it too?
You have to teach me.
I was just telling them that was your first time running my weed eater, because at home I do all the mowing and weed eating.
True.
So did you see it? It may have just gone back in. If you didn't see it come out, because I mean, there's every bit of 6 feet.
No,
So
it didn't.
okay, yeah, it's definitely just in there. I just need to restring it around.
Sorry.
That's okay.
It's kind of fun. Knocking stuff down.
Yeah, it's fun when you're not having to go around fences and houses and air conditioners and all that crap. Out here,
You can just swing it all over the place.
yeah, out here you get to go to town.
Yeah, I'll grab my loppers.
It's stinking gorgeous out here right now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that sun peeking through
Mm-hmm.
the trees. That's beautiful.
I love it.
Me too. Trying to make it so that your truck doesn't get scratched up every time you come up here.
I do appreciate that.
Out of gas.
Well,
Good.
still did a whole lot more than I expected for how much I had in the tank.
Yeah, good job. That made it a lot further than I thought it was going to.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Check this out.
Has it been doing that the whole time? Well, it sure did burn the rest of that, didn't it?
Yeah.
Good work. Okay, so there's this tree over here that I've been wanting to chop down since we started looking at this property. It's like right by the driveway. It's got some red leaves on it. It's just kind of an eyesore. So I'm gonna go grab my loppers, chop it down.
Cutting down my Christmas tree, aren't you?
I am. We'll plant you another one. That's exciting. I have a nice place for a bonfire.
Definitely.
Man, it looks so different without those little tiny trees there. I'm gonna cut this one down next. Ready for it? Here it goes.
Aren't you supposed to yell timber?
Timber! Man, if you haven't played with loppers, they're fun. They're so fun. It's like so much power in your hand. Cut things down.
There is plenty to cut down out here, that's for sure.
Yeah. Look at that. Alrighty, looks so much better.
You're done.
Get your weed eater up here and weed eat some things.
Great work, babe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This one has thorns.
Good thing you're tough.
Breaking a sweat now.
Just now?
Well, not just now, but through my shirt now, I feel like. Can't wait to get a chainsaw out here.
Yeah, no,
It's gonna be great.
definitely necessary. I really want to take care of that limb that came down off of this tree in that last storm we had.
Well, I think if we could get that weed eater that my dad brought out here running, that would make a big difference for us, because I could literally walk behind that thing and it'll just cut all this down.
Yeah, it'd be great for this area out here.
Yeah. I'd say we made some pretty good progress.
I'd say so too.
So much already cleared. Like, it just already... I don't know that the camera does it justice, but...
It's kind of like getting a haircut, you know? Like, as far as functionality, I can't say that we added too terribly much, except definitely, you know, not get caught carrying trees underneath my truck or your car again. But yeah, it's looking a whole lot better.
Yeah.
About ready to
Get a pull saw?
crack into this section.
Yeah.
Not today, but we did also talk to the owner about cleaning up around the chicken coop and the barn, specifically on the barn. On the back side of the barn, there used to be some, I don't know what you'd call them, but probably some squatters. And there's some old bottles and trash and stuff, so we'll pick that up, and that way we can access the big door on the back side of it.
One day at a time, making progress.
One day at a time. It is a gorgeous day at that as well.
Yeah. That tartar ring really helped keep some fire in line for us too.
We anticipated coming out here last night and actually going live for the first time, but we learned that maybe YouTube didn't know that we had 1,000 subscribers. I'm not really sure what's up with that, but it's apparently not enabled on our account yet. So turns out Chad gave us this fire ring thing from tartar, which is awesome, and it really kind of helped contain things. Granted, it rained yesterday, so the ground, you know, we were good with it, and we had, you know, fire management stuff, so if anything got away from us, we could stop it. But contained the fire very well. We watched some of our other YouTubers, sat out here, hung out for, how long were we here?
Several hours.
Yeah, we were here, I don't even know, 3 or 4 hours at least, and it was pitch black, and you could see so many stars, and man, it was fun. We had a really good time. And yeah, so as soon as we get figured out what's going on with YouTube, we will definitely go live, and hopefully you guys will join us and we can have a little Q&A session, and you can get to know us a little better if you enjoy that kind of thing. I don't know. No, it's man, it's nice out here. Of course, fall is like creeping right in. So I think today the high, I don't know if we've been
75.
Is really? Yeah, I didn't think we got to 80 today. It's a little muggy. It's better now, but it was definitely muggy earlier, hence some of the sweating. But I also sweat profusely, so it's just normal. But yeah, man, it's looking a lot better. So we'll take you down the driveway and show you the progress we made down there. And Shannon, of course, you saw her cleaning up this little cedar up here, and there's a little baby walnut tree that's been driving her nuts right there at the top of the driveway. We're still gonna need a chainsaw. The trunk of it's a good
couple inches.
Yeah, at least maybe a little more than that even. But it's basically like 3 small trees that come down into one trunk, and so we'll wait till we get a little chainsaw for that guy, because I've got my axe, but you know, it'd be more fun to use a chainsaw. Yeah, so as you saw, that's where that little walnut tree is that she just cleaned up, and that is the base of it that I think we're definitely a little too big for the loppers, but also not something I want to hack at with the axe. So we'll wait till we have some better equipment out here for that. I totally forgot to pack more weed eater fuel, so we were kind of limited on what I had in there. I had about, I don't know, 2/3 of a tank or so. So I think it started about right here. Nothing major, but definitely made it pretty. All right, so yeah, this is what we got done today. May not seem like a lot, but boy, it feels like a lot.
I feel like we can walk down the driveway now and not have to worry about getting attacked by ticks and all kinds of sorts of bugs.
Yeah, as I was weed eating, I definitely saw some, I think the technical term is dinosaur spider. These things were huge, and they were just popping out everywhere that I was going to town on it. And I think most of them got away with their life, so that was good. Don't need to murder them all.
This area right here, you can see this whole area was really overgrown, and we had to worry about it hitting the truck every time and scratching the truck every time we walked by. But I think it's clear enough now that we have a pretty good path. Don't have to worry about scratching the truck.
Yeah, you did great. And a lot of this stuff overhead here, we'll wait until we get a pole saw out here. Otherwise, we can bring the truck down and stand in the back of the truck if we absolutely need to, but it'd be a whole lot easier with a pole saw.
It's like we actually have a driveway now.
I know, it looks very legitimate.
It does.
I love it.
So, we're gonna need to buy a tractor
Yeah,
and a brush hog.
for sure.
But I think we can make all of this super pretty. If we could just get it cut down to the point where you can mow it with a riding mower.
Wait, do I get a zero turn mower?
Eventually.
Like this week? Maybe not.
Maybe we need to check out the tractor first.
That'd probably be a good idea.
Like, yeah, it's so crazy how much weed eating does. Like, it just makes it look like this is a path to somewhere.
Yeah.
But it is.
Yeah.
Great.
Deer.
A deer just crossed.
Oh man.
We missed it. Surely, I mean, usually when there's one, there's more.
I almost wonder if he's gonna cut through the woods there and spit back out down here in the valley.
I don't know.
Unless he hears us when we spook him, but
Yeah.
yeah, this looks great, man.
Yeah. Big difference already. All right.
Well, it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. We finally got to work on it a little bit. The funny thing is, we got caught today.
We got busted.
Yeah. Shannon's dad actually came out. He's got a, what is it, like a push weed eater, you know,
Yeah.
one of the big ones, and it's not running right at the moment. But yeah, he brought it out to us and said we can have it fixed up or I can mess with it. I don't know if that's my forte, but, you know, carburetors. I don't know what those are. I like fuel injected stuff and stuff that I don't have to work on.
We'll get it fixed though.
We'll figure something out. Yeah.
We'll get it running.
But it was super nice of him. I guess I don't know, he bought it for some specific job and doesn't need it anymore. But while he was here and we were chatting, we heard something moving in the woods and we kind of thought deer. We look over and there's totally a dude coming through the woods from the neighbor's direction. And sure enough, it was the neighbor. And we were like, this ought to be interesting. You know, older guy, flip-flops, no socks, walking straight through the woods, huffing and puffing. And I'm just like, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I just realized I probably should have drove over here. But yeah, we had a really good conversation. We'll kind of, I need to rehash some of the things he was saying, and we'll share some of that with you. But come to find out, a lot of this land out here, including the land that he bought, they actually bought it from a relative of ours,
So crazy.
of my family. And he asked, when he first walked up, he said Shannon's name, first and last name. And we both were like, okay.
How do you know who we are?
So sure enough, he is in touch with the seller and has been for years. He's kind of kept an eye on things. And so he kind of gave us the rundown. He had thought about buying the property, but apparently the seller used to have a pretty high price tag on this, and kind of in line with what, you know, our experience with the guy has been. Nice guy, but just, you know, he doesn't have to come down on price. So fortunately, he's dropped it since this guy got the price on it, and then fortunately we swooped in and made the deal. So super, super nice guy. We exchanged contact information. He told us if we ever need anything, come over, get some water, whatever it may be. Kind of gave us some of the background on what the land has been through and, you know, some of the surrounding area and stuff. So I think we got a really good rapport with him, and it'll be nice. But
come to find out, he has a path between, like, cut out between our property and his property. So it's kind of nice to know that we can get over there without having to go all the way around.
Yeah.
So we'll have to find it.
Yeah. So we finally got to work on it a little bit. Super excited about that.
It was a lot of fun, you guys.
It was a lot of fun. It's looking a lot better too. Now we're walking through, and you know, I've left here, what, twice now, with maybe 3 times actually, with a bundle of seed ticks on me, and then I always wake up the next day with about 20-30 bites that itch for weeks on end. So a lot of that, of course, is that tall stuff that I don't pay attention to, and I just bump right into it, and stinking pod of seed ticks just all up in my business, and then I don't see them till later I start feeling them. We'll do a seed tick check thing, basically.
We're gonna check each other for ticks.
Yep. I'm gonna have to shower too, because I would imagine I hit some poison ivy today and threw it back on myself. I just want to make sure I don't break out too terribly with poison ivy rash.
So we have to really pay attention where we're walking as we're walking up the driveway. It gets real bumpy up right where we just walked through. I'm very clumsy and I will trip and fall. So
Yeah.
definitely watching the ground and where we're walking. And that is a pretty good little hill that we just walked up, you guys. I know you can't see it on the camera, but it's a pretty good trek of a driveway there. Yeah.
I'm excited to get in there and start chopping that stuff down too,
Oh,
so we
man.
can cut through there and actually go a little further back.
Yeah. See what's actually back in there. What do you think all this stuff is? All this. Is that ragweed? Is that why our allergies are blowing up?
You got me. Don't you have a fancy little app on your phone you can take a picture of it and find out?
I do, and I am going to take a picture of it and find out.
I have a feeling there's going to be just a few people in the comments that are like, yeah, that's exactly what this is. Or
Please tell us,
No.
because we don't know.
you got flocks of birds going overhead here. It's beautiful.
A lot of work ahead.
Yeah,
A lot of work ahead.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. I really hope that we can get that push weed eater running, because that would make a big difference. As big as this area is, we could just cut down so much stuff so fast.
And all that stuff right behind you there's some tires and stuff in there. I'm pretty sure that's probably a pretty good place for some snakes to pop out of, but yeah, we'll get her knocked down.
This right here has a pretty good little drop off I found while I was cutting these trees down. Or maybe it's just like rocks or whatever, but I feel like it's a lot higher up here than it is down there.
Well, I think it's the excavating they did whenever they went to build the house. They kind of like that ledge over there on the other side of the truck.
Oh.
They leveled all of it out right there so they could build the house, and that's where they
I gotcha.
made their little walls. I think it's some of it, like over on the other side. Remember those rocks on the little stair step style thing?
Yeah,
I think those are kind of like their makeshift retaining walls back in the day.
that makes sense. Man, that's so grown up. Remember when we came out here, like one of the first couple of times that we came out here, and we were actually able to walk through all of this?
Last winter.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
wasn't this grown up at all. And now, like looking through there, I bet those weeds are taller than I am. Like, it's insane
A lot of them
how
are,
much
yeah.
it's grown up. It's pretty awesome.
Well, unfortunately now we got to go home and get ready for the work week and get back to normalcy.
It's okay.
Well, thanks for coming out with us today. That felt really good to finally get to do a little bit of work and actually feel like, you know, we had permission to cut on things and stuff. So it's nice to have that relationship with the seller, just be able to shoot him a text. And something just fell behind me. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
It's fine.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll. It was really neat that the neighbor came over, and he absolutely gave us tons of information and offered at any point in time, gave us his and his wife's first and last name, told us about 1,000 acres that he's got up north of here, talked about some of the history of it, and just really neat guy. So it was very cool that he came over and did that. And apparently he knows about the well being broken, and I guess some of the renters that were here, I don't remember how long ago he said, but they didn't have the financial means to fix the well, so he and his wife actually provided water to them, which is cool. I mean, obviously we want to get the well inspected and figure out if it's good and all that, or if we have to drill another one. But yeah, it was really cool of him. Nice guy. We were a little nervous at first because there was a strange man just coming out of the woods.
Through the woods.
Yeah, the part that he walked out of, like, you wondered.
We just showed it to you guys. It was that spot that was all grown up. Like, it's...
First thing I said to him was like, "Sir, are you okay? Everything good?" And he's like, "Oh yeah," and came on up. And like I said, man, flip-flops, barefoot, shorts, like he's just, you know. So it was kind of funny. We told him, you know, a little bit about ourselves, and he said, "Well, I promise you, once you come out here," he said, "you'll never go back to the city." And I was like, "Yeah, unfortunately we have to for a while till we get this cleaned up." He goes, "Oh yeah, I know, you got a lot of work to do here." We know,
but we're gonna do it, and we cannot wait until we can be out here full time. It's probably gonna be a while, but we're really excited about it.
All right, guys, well, thanks again for coming, and until next time. Nope.
All right, guys, that's all we got. Thanks for joining us, and we hope you join us next time. Let me say that again.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's all we got. Thanks for joining us, and we hope you join us next time. We out.
Peace.